Here with Tony Fierro at KNS Insurance in Rockwall, Texas, in the DFW Metroplex, and we appreciate you having us in your offices today, Tony. This is an interesting story, I think, because we have plenty of contractors who are sponsors of Construction Citizen. You're the first non-contractor, the first non-construction firm to say, we're going to step up and support what's happening here as a sponsor of the website and of the movement, right, if you will. How did that come about? A lot of people might look at it and go, it seems odd that you'd be the first insurance firm to be in the mix, but as we've talked about it, it's not odd at all. It makes a lot of sense.
One of our longtime clients, Mike Beater, BRI Roofing and Sheet Metal in Fort Worth, he and I have had these types of conversations before. He's very passionate about pretty much exactly what the Construction Citizen stands for. Mm-hmm. But he introduced it to me, and I got to kind of understand the core values of Construction Citizen, the movement, the awareness, the purpose, and it aligned with our company philosophy, and I just knew it was something that our company needed to be a part of.
Tell me about that philosophy, about the way you run this company, and about educating people and figuring out, and clients especially, educating folks about what you do and why you do it.
Well, first of all, the Construction Citizen, what I gathered when I first started reading on some of the stuff, is they want to educate the buyer of their product, meaning the owner, the GC that the subs are working for. They absolutely want to reinvest in employees to create a sustainable workforce, and they want to compete on a level playing field. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've talked with several clients that you hear it over and over that the low bid on bid day, the low number on bid day, may not be the best long-term option for that project. Right. And like I said, we just here at KNS, obviously we want to play fair, integrity, and do things the right way. We care a lot about our employees, provide benefits, pay payroll taxes, do all those things. And obviously we want to educate our buyers on what they're purchasing from us. So while they're a little bit different, the core values seem to align very closely.
On the issue of worker misclassification, there is this overlap with the workers' comp system, right? I mean, tell us about that. I mean, you mentioned this level playing field. What needs to be thought about by folks out there who maybe haven't seen this from your perspective?
Well, like I said, a lot of things in the Construction Citizen, it goes after a lot of great causes, but one item that I picked at and looked at was simply from a workers' comp standpoint. Just like fair playing contractors, we also are affected by those cheating the system and not paying workers' comp premiums due to worker misclassification. As you know, employee misclassification allows employers to avoid paying unemployment, other taxes, employee taxes, and not covering them from workers' compensation. They use an underground economy, which allows them to reduce labor costs by as much as 30%, I've read.
Right, and we've covered that a lot, as you know, as you mentioned, the way that impacts the contractors who are ethical and following the law, not just ethical, but the people who are actually following the letter of the law, the rule of law, all of that gets thrown out there, sort of buzzwords, if you will. But for your industry specifically, how does that blow back on y'all and impact what you do?
Well, let me share that. We lose revenue as a broker. Our carriers lose the premium. And then our clients, furthermore, are losing out on bid day because they're not getting the work. Let me tell you something else to think about. Our fair playing contractors, legitimate contractors that are paying their taxes, their insurance, classifying employees properly, they're actually subsidizing the employers that are skirting the system. And let me give you an example how that's being done.
Okay.
You can have a project, and if a sub has a second or third tier sub below them that doesn't have workers' compensation, let's say there's an injury on that job. If the injury is bad enough, that employee is going to get medical benefits from somebody on that project.
Right.
They're going to claim they weren't aware of it, etc. It's going to happen. Furthermore, the family is then going to file a lawsuit on the owner, general contractor, everybody, hold harmlesses will be in place, but somebody, again, from a liability standpoint, now is going to have to defend that suit, even if they're not found liable. But you can see how quickly the scale can become unbalanced when you have undocumented, or shall I say misclassified workers, and nothing is going into the insurance hopper for them, yet when there's a big enough injury, it's going to come out of the dollars on that job or from the carriers, insurance carriers that are working on that.
Yeah, you're left holding the bag, and if it's not you, it's somebody is left holding the bag when nobody's putting anything in for these people all along. You know, they're getting a 1099 at the end of the year, and if they don't rip it up, then they, then either way,
Right.
nothing is being paid in, and we see this time and time again. I mean, what you just described is not uncommon.
Right.
This happens all the time, right?
Right. And that's just in its simplest form, but it'll take different trends, and what I'm trying to get at the end of the day is if it's a misclassified worker, there isn't any money going into the hopper to offset potential claims later. So the way that our paying clients subsidize those others is that the long-term effect on that rate, actuarially, it's going to go up to offset the losses. So again, the level playing field contractors are getting hit on their premiums long-term.
Tell us a little bit more about your company and why you feel and how you know that it's a unique firm, and tell us about some of the things that you do here.
Well, we're independently owned. We have 4 partners, about 45 employees, founded in 1978. 90% of what we do is construction related, working with commercial general contractors and subcontractors. We specialize in risk management, insurance, and surety. We have 45 employees, and that includes an in-house risk control director and a claims manager in the office.
Well, Tony Fierro, thank you.
Thank you.